Whew, if you knew what I had to go through just to get this video going, man. But still, what is going on? All my amazing viewers to play later. How we doing today? Something brand new to me, maybe it's old to you, has come to the channel. And for the record, I am going to blame the amazing Chris Peach for this rabbit hole I went down. Bolt action has made its way here to the channel. That's right, the first one we're going to pop up is a Sherman 5 tank. We're going to get into all that here in just a moment. Peachy, I blame you. I honestly blame you. I'll explain all that in a moment. But still, you guys know how we have to do things here on the channel. Let's get the adulting out of the way before we can play. You know how we do it, so here comes our unofficial sponsor.
So there I was, 23 years old, prime of my life. I woke up one morning, looked in the mirror, and my hair was thinning. It was all falling out. It wasn't until I discovered this one solution that changed everything. My first initial thought was, it's gotta be genetics, right? It's not my fault, this is genetic. Go and find out. I'm not the only one dealing with thinning hair and confidence issues. And it was nuts because we started to change everything in our routine.
We started looking at what we were putting in our bodies, what we were eating, how much water we were intaking, and then we started working out and taking care of ourselves, but still something was missing.
But also what we put on our body is drastically important to our skin and hair health. So we ditched all of those chemical filled products. We started using healthy, organic ingredients and took it upon myself to start creating these organic ingredient products to help people. I have a solution for you. Ditch all of those chemical filled products and grab something that's organic, natural, handmade, something that your family will thank you and your health will thank you. Make the switch today.
Oh man, great man, amazing company, seriously. Been with this guy since day one-ish, and the beard is beautiful, the body smells incredible. Check his products out. There is a link down below in the description box. Make sure you abuse the ever-loving F out of that viewer discount code that's exclusive to you guys watching this channel. Okay. So I'm filming this on Thursday, April 17th, 2025. Currently on Amazon, this bad boy, sorry, is $24.08 Prime, 2-day delivery. All right, let's get into a moment of backstory before we get into the fun. So, as always, whenever Peachy Tips releases a brand new video, I really like to watch it. Because you're going to watch him do things, you're going to watch him talk about stuff, you're going to get an education, and the most important part is you're going to see him paint. Alright? And I love how he does it. He breaks down the complex so us crayon eaters can go, wow, that's how you do that. He was doing a thing for Bolt Action about their Battle of the Bulge set, I believe. And it got me inspired to try something different. Because I don't know about you, but have you ever felt you have plateaued when you're doing like your Warhammer 40k army? When you're on your 40 millionth guardsman with a flashlight, you're kind of like, what's the easiest way I can get this done? You want to get out of your comfort zone. So between my now defunct Grey Knights army, yes, I said it, I have given up on the Grey Knights for now. They have been pushed to the ultimate back burner, probably regulated to go into my local gaming store to give away to somebody who wants to have them. Simply because I'm branching out in too many areas, I need space. I decided, let's try some Bolt Action. So for the record, those guys will be coming. I am going to do US Late War Airborne, just like I did in Flames of War, first generation. When I started that, I am doing Easy Company first of the 506th. But I thought to myself, at points, they had armor support. What's more American armor than Sherman tanks? Or as my cousins across the pond called them, Ronsons, because they went up like you wouldn't even believe. So, Warlord games. Sherman tank. Easy peasy, right? These things are cookie cutters right out of the gate. Let's get them going. So this is an unboxing, kind of. Because this is the third tank. If I'm reading the rules right, you need at least a minimum of 3. You gotta have a leader, gotta have a vehicle, you gotta have 1 to 3 members of a unit. I'm not investing in 5 Sherman tanks. 3 is good for me at this point. If you look at movies like Fury, War Daddy had 5, I'm good with 3 right now, alright? I think I'm gonna make one of these tanks War Daddy, but still. Okay, before I show you the sprues and everything else, I want to show you the instructions. First thing I didn't like is there's no part numbers on there, but it's all pretty much easily spotted on the sprues, okay? And I like this with the sand guards. They said point blank they were primarily used in the European theater of war, but lots of tank crews removed them because they found them cumbersome and bulky and just made it almost impossible for some things. I've put together 2 tanks out of the 3 so far. Well, 2 and a quarter. I'm going to show you that in a moment. 2 and a quarter. Only one of mine has the sand guards on there just for something a little bit different. All right. Now, I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to show you the sprues. That's assembling for the treads. Now, I want you guys to drop a comment down below. What do you think you should assemble first? Do you think you should put the treads on, then the sprocket, or the sprocket and fit the treads around the sprocket? Drop that answer down below. I'm going to wait. Oh, about that long. Okay. So, like I said, I've done 3. So, here's my first tank, and I still need to do more cleanup because for some reason the Army Painter plastic glue is still leaving monstrously spider webs everywhere. Pretty easy Sherman, right? Except for that, I could not get those treads to fit whatsoever. I was really upset. I thought I had things on backwards, thought I did things wrong. I'm pressing down on things. That's as close as I could get it. So I went, you know what? I don't care. I'm okay. This morning I added on the front little 2 bumps above the hedgerow cutters. And, God. Yes, I check out other YouTube channels. Guys, they're called hedgerow cutters. Because when they hit Normandy, the big trees, the big bushy trees, everything that was cutting things into certain areas that made tank travel impossible, they had to come up with a way to get them gone. Those weren't landmine clears because they weren't digging into the ground as it went. Those were girders that they welded to the front of the tanks to knock those hedgerows over so they could run them and keep moving on with their thing. So that's tank number 1. They do give you 2 options for guys up top if you want to have a commander popping out of the top. I chose him, the guy with the mic talking down to the crew down below. There is one with binoculars. All right. Now, granted, the 5s were, I think, primarily British, but Americans used them. So here's the second one I did this morning. I did put sand guards on this guy. You can tell the difference right there on the front. It's also helping hide some problems I had with the treads. 2 of these were sprockets before treads. Sprocket before tread. Don't do it. Tread, then sprocket. I'm going to show you why in a moment. So, there's the second commander. As you can see, he's got binoculars. For some reason, I think I messed up a little on the cannon, but it's okay. It's kind of pointing down a little bit. No big deal. And I have this problem with gluing the turrets in place, so I'm not really worried. I saw something on another channel, and I wanted to try it. As you can see right there, you don't get spare heads for the gunner and the machine, or I should say the gunner and the driver. So I had to come back to the first tank, and basically I cut it at the neck, and it was too far down inside. So I had to take some green stuff, make a little ball on the bottom, put it in there, and now I got I got a gunner and a driver popping up going, hey, this is a cool breeze. This is kind of cool. So that's tank number 2. Still looks good. Still going to get the job done on the battlefield. Still having fun. So here's tank a quarter. See the much gooder difference? Tread before sprocket. You got to hold it down. You got to put a little pressure on there. I had to use a mix between Gorilla Glue gel when it got closer to the treads, meeting in Army Painter plastic glue. Went together no problem, but like I said, there you go. Tread before sprocket. Don't make the mistake I did. Now, on to the front of the box. Okay, get a little reference card. You get water slide transfers, and you get who packed your wonderful stuff. Kinda cool. You get fire, smoke, and, well, oily smoke, like, uh-oh, something went wrong. So I'll be probably doing that with some super glue later. No big deal. I kind of like that, how they give you that stuff inside there. Now, let's take a peeky poo at the sprues. For the record, I threw away the plastic bag that surrounded everything, okay? One of the sprues is just the treads and the body of the tank. That's this guy, all right? Now, like I said, everything else on here pretty much easy to find. Okay? Now, for some reason, you're getting some spare parts. Looking at the instructions, following it closely, I went, okay, I'm good, but what the hell's going on? And I guess that the fives had a different way of looking at things between Americans and Brits. So I'm really going to have to totally look that up in a little bit. And here's, like I said, you get your two commanders right there on the sprue. Your sand guards, your hedgerow cutter, spare wheels, spare treads. You know, if you want to put up the maw deuce, just everything you need. What I do like is there are some parts here where you see that little question mark. That's if you would like to do it that way, you can. You don't have to include the hedgerow cutter. You can if you want to. It is not necessary for accurate whatever. I like it because if we're talking about late war and the Americans getting in and they landed on D-Day, a lot of tanks had that problem until they popped that hedgerow cutter on there. And then it just went, let's proceed as usual. So, I like what I've been able to do so far with bolt action. And the biggest thing other than Peachy painting it that caught me was how you do turns. But we're going to get into that at a later video. This is just the start of my journey down a bolt action rabbit hole in going, don't make my mistake. So it's a word of caution, it's an unboxing, it's kind of a review. It's kind of a, oh God, I can just see myself losing in other colors. I will admit Vallejo, their military stuff has been pretty much spot on for a lot of things that I've wanted to do, and I like what I'm seeing in other channels. I like the fact that I can go to a Flames of War channel and get inspiration for bolt action. So, Peachy. My bank account hates you. I like you because thank you for inspiring me, my brother. You're amazing. Keep doing what you do and keep helping out the community like you do. I just, you're an all-around great guy. You deserve all the success you're getting. Now, granted, my better half's probably cussing you out upstairs right now because I've just spent damn near $100 in tanks. Yeah. But still, we're at the best part of the video. I love this one in every video I've ever done. I want to know, yo, questions, comments, love, hatred, and anger, all that fun stuff right down below. Do you do bolt action? Have you run into the tread problem like I did? Did you solve it right away, or did you look it up and go, oh? Or you like me on my first tank and went, it'll pass. They just blew some treads. We'll be okay. Let's see if we can get some smoke coming out of there and do whatever. Yeah. I think this is going to be a fun game. Like I said, I like what I'm seeing about this game. You don't need a lot to get into it. You don't need 10,000 guardsmen. I think it's going to be cost effective and fun. I really do. So stay tuned for more of it here on the channel. Now, best way to support this channel, and it's free. It's absolutely free. Three little things. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Small channel like me, it always makes me feel better to see new people joining in and talking and giving tips, tricks, info, all that fun stuff. Subscribe, be part of the fun. Hit that like button. It's going to help trigger the algorithm. And drop me a weird comment down below for the algorithm. Seriously, those three things will help trigger the algorithm and help this channel grow. So if you like what you're seeing, help us grow. But there we go, guys. My quick, weird look at the bolt action Sherman 5. Well, unboxing, review, don't do what I do, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm going to call it something weird when I sit down later on and figure out the title. I want to thank you guys for watching this one. Hopefully you're having a great day today, a safe day today. And Emperor willing, one day soon, we'll be rolling dice across the tabletop.